Welcome, friends! Today we're going to play some Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, the arcade version. Play it versus the computer. Obviously, we can choose easy, normal, or hard. We'll just go with normal. Select player. We have Ryu and Ken and a whole bunch of other people. Let's just go with Ryu, why not? Ryu versus Sakura. I'm not terribly familiar with this game, but I do understand the basics of how you put the pieces together to do your puzzly thing. And even though you can stack up the pieces like we're stacking up the red pieces here, I think it's better if you can make a cube or a square with them like that. I think it has a bigger effect when you eventually share it with your opponent. So now, if we can get a lovely red orb of delight, then we can send, and there's a big red orb of delight right there, we can send that all the way over here. Oh, that was beautiful. Oh, look at that. I think that's the best combo I've done in this game so far. I haven't been playing it very much. This green piece here is about to become available, about to activate, I suppose you would say. Da-da-ra-da-pa-pa! I do think it's interesting that they made an arcade game based around a puzzle game like this. When you go to the arcade and you're standing at the arcade cabinets, you don't generally expect to be playing a puzzle game like this, but, you know, why not? It seems like a fun game. Plus it has a popular setting, popular characters. Oh, we can do another nice cube with that. Let's try doing this. Let's put the red there. And then, if we can take that red out, then we can do a combo with it. See, like this. Let's do that. Okay, that I guess I shouldn't have taken that other green out at that exact moment. But that's okay. Now we just need to take care of those greens really quickly. Here we go. This'll do it for us. It might not have been like a double combo, whatever. But it's still a pretty good... a pretty good little smack, taking care of the block of gems like that. Okay, here's a combo we can do. The blues and then the yellows. A nice chain, as it were. That didn't take out the reds like I thought it would. So here we have a blue followed by a red. I guess when you take out two different colors at the same time like that, it doesn't count as a combo or a chain. In order to do a chain, you have to do first one color and then the other, rather than both at the same time. Okay, luckily, at least I'm saying luckily, we have a line of yellows right there, ready to go. So that's helpful. Now, if we can just quickly get a red orb, and there's the red orb. And a yellow orb. That's the thing about when you get a bunch of pieces from your opponent like that. It can take some work to deal with the pieces you get from them, but by the same token, that also does set up some big combos for when you go up against them. I mean, it sets up some big combos for you to eliminate, which you can use to help take them out. Ryu versus Ken.
Ready?
Oh, I meant to put the green orb on top of the green bit, but sometimes the controller doesn't do exactly what you want it to. That's okay though, we'll just build up some greens on this side. Or we'll build up some reds instead and go with that direction. I've always enjoyed puzzle games of this sort. Tetris was okay. I mean, obviously, Tetris was my first Game Boy game. I think it was a lot of people's first Game Boy game, considering... I think it was always the pack-in game with the original Game Boy. And it was fun. But then once I played Columns on the Game Gear, that was almost like a revelation of puzzle games. I hadn't played anything quite like that before. So Columns originally was my favorite puzzle game. Oh crap. We gonna lose this one, I think. How about this? And then blue, and then... So yes, Columns was originally my favorite puzzle game. Then later on, I tried Puyo Puyo, and that became my favorite puzzle game. This is sort of like a combination of Columns and Puyo Puyo. I know there's a new Puyo Puyo that's come out more recently for one of the more modern video game platforms. Oh, look at that! But I haven't played the new Puyo Puyo before. I think this particular game, Super Puzzle Fighter, I think is also available for the Saturn, isn't it? I think so.
Ready?
Now this time we'll try to be very careful. It kind of reminds me of that one online game. I don't know if it's still active. I think at one point it was pretty popular. It was one of the first free online games, which made it more popular. And that's that game, Puzzle Pirates, where it's sort of like an online role-playing game, except it's all based around solving puzzles and doing puzzles, like when you're in your ship with your crew and you're sailing around in order to get from one location to another, you have to solve puzzles along the way. Like puzzles sort of like this. Like columns type puzzles. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Well, that was fun. And in Puzzle Pirates, no, the pieces aren't going to become active soon enough for that orb to do any good. So in Puzzle Pirates, the better you do with your puzzles... yeah, let's just insert a coin and continue. In Puzzle Pirates, the better you do with your puzzles, the more effective your ship is, and things like that. And you can get a whole crew together, and each person is on a different station. on the ship doing different sorts of puzzles depending on what the station is. I played it a little bit a while ago. It was very much not exactly pay to win because it wasn't really competitive, I don't think. It was mostly just you versus the game, but there were a lot of things that you had to do microtransactions to access. I wonder how the computer is able to get that giant attack right at the beginning of the level last time. I wasn't really paying attention to their side. I was too busy watching our side over here. But of course I would expect... Oh, that was unfortunate, but we'll take care of that. I would expect the computer player to become more difficult as the game progresses, because not only is that normal for a game to increase in difficulty as it progresses, but after all, this is an arcade game, so it was designed to get those quarters, those sweet, delicious quarters. Let's just do this. Play it safe. We have a yellow over here, so once that activates, that can take that out. We might actually win this time. What do you know? Just getting a whole bunch of orbs. Let's keep those two orbs apart, the two yellow orbs. And we'll put the red orb in position. Well, at least the red orb is in there, so it'll activate when... Oh, I should have put the red orb inside there. It'll activate once the pieces activate. Okay, do we have any blues? No, we just have a bunch of greens. Oh, I didn't mean to put that over in that section. Another red orb. We need a green orb, please. A green orb, which isn't going to do us much good now. Oh, boy. See, that's one of the problems. That's one of the things that makes the game more difficult. Is that when your opponent sends pieces over to your board... Ah, we did win. It takes a little bit for them to activate. They're not active immediately, so you can clear them out. It takes a few moments for them to activate. Okay. And that counter gem thing, where it says counter gem beneath the character's picture, I'm not sure exactly what that means. I suppose that's giving you a pattern that if you do that pattern, it's more powerful against that particular character, I suppose. If they made a modern version of this game, and who knows, maybe they have, I'm not sure, but if they made a modern version of this game that you could play on the computer, I could definitely see this being a fun online game where you could play it against other players, as long as they didn't add in a whole bunch of microtransactions, of course. I just got rid of that square over there. Trying to clear out the greens on the right side. Well, let's just put this over here. We have to take care of that blue first. And add some of the reds. That's quite alright. Most of those are red, so we can build up a big red combo. Now, if we can just hold on until those red blocks activate, then that'll clear out a whole bunch. Oh, like that. Buenas! Buena, singular, us, yes. Of course, this game features the chibi Street Fighter characters, seen in at least one other game that I'm aware of. First attack bonus! Build up some blues over here, build up some greens over here. Let's be a little tricky, a little risky. We can take out the reds now. We can take out the reds to unite the greens with that green orb sitting on top. Then we can get another bonus. Oh, hello. Or we could just simply lose. That's always fun. The green orb, where could we use that best? I guess just here. What we really need now is a red orb. I guess we're just gonna use this. The wild card. That was a stupid move. We finally got a red orb and it didn't do us any good. Oh, that one helped a little bit. Green orb, can we use that anywhere? We can use that down here. And then drop this over here. And this goes right there. We're still looking for a red orb though. If we get a red orb... Oh, we won! There you go. I was saying if we got a red orb, we could take out that whole big red section, but we managed to win just the same. Ryu versus Ryu! I've always found in fighting games that when you go up against the same character that you're playing as, it tends to be a lot more difficult. So I wonder if the same will hold true here. Guess we'll find out. Building up a nice stack of blue. Put some red over there, and here's the blue. In fact, let's angle it this way. Put the red over there. And what should we do with the green? I want access to that yellow orb, so we'll leave that yellow orb open and accessible. Now if we could just get some yellow pieces, please. We just need one. Thank you. Okay, that's something. Well, we just got a red orb and it's not going to do us any good. Let's take care of the greens. Ah, good. And this will help with that stack there. And do another little combo. So we have a red and a blue orb coming. So we'll save that for here. Now what do we have? We have 2 yellows. We'll put that right there. We'll put the red right here for when that activates in just a moment. Oh boy. Now hopefully we can hold on until that green orb is useful. Beautiful. Another green orb, which we need to use off to the right. Just like that. And a red and blue. And a yellow. That's going to be helpful. It would have been helpful if we could have just gotten that orb in there. That'd have been great. But I think that's enough for now. Ah, very nice. Well, here's our big old score. Big old beautiful score. So I think that's going to do it for this little video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for hanging out. If you did enjoy, make sure to follow if you're watching on Twitch, and like and subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. And tune in again next time for more fun.